Once upon a time, there was a world called Harmonia, inhabited by adorable creatures and people who were struggling with work-life balance due to the after effects of a pandemic. Every day, the people and creatures face the challenges of remote, hybrid, and in-person work, leading to frustration and unhappiness. Until one day, Rick, Santi, and Umar, 3 students who met at Harvarford's Academy of Arcane Design and Innovation, decided to act. They wondered, how might we help the people and creatures of the realm to find work-life balance? Because the post-pandemic darkness has forced everyone to reevaluate their priorities and is influencing the mindset of all the people of the realm. When they asked this "how might we" question, a magical phoenix named Jākilsa appeared and decided to accompany them on their journey. Jākilsa had 7 magical feathers that represented the 7 great virtues: red for honesty, orange for adaptability, yellow for vulnerability, green for kindness, blue for trust, indigo for community, and violet for foresight. Jākilsa told the students to seek wisdom of the highest order. Because of that, the 3 students sought help from Harvarford's headmaster, Professor Tessarich Forbraden. The professor taught them the ancient art of innovation-ish energy, composed of 6 elemental mindsets. After a long weekend studying the old art, they embarked on a journey to Jākilsa to attempt to master the 6 mindsets. Using the interactions mindset, they met Ailsa, who had to deal with creatures of both worlds on her team. Those who wanted to work remotely and those who wanted to work on-site at Harmonia's critical elixir refinery. Her solution was to bring everyone on site at least 1 day per week to create balance. Practicing the insights mindset, they met Christy, a school teacher determined to change children's lives for the better. Her solution was to be in person all the time because she realized that the children lacked the support needed from their busy parents to do well online. Following the Ideations Mindset, they met Jose and Joaquin, who felt pressure from Harmonia's space agency to spend more and more days back in the office. They felt that their managers didn't believe they were doing the work while working remotely, even though they were. Repeating the Iterations Mindset, they met Erica, the former foster kid from the realm of Chicago, trying to hold her fragile community together. Erica was being coerced by her work organization to do more work in person at the office. This left Erica with far less time to focus on her true passion, working in the community and supporting many others who lacked the resources to thrive. Revealing the Inspirations Mindset, they met the twins, Melody and Maheen, who came from humble origins and did not have a mentor to teach them how to navigate the culture of the workplace, nor how to strengthen their relationships with their supervisor. The Harvarford students thought, what if the twins had a mentor to guide them through this unfamiliar territory? Running into the Implications Mindset, they met Travis, the boss who mandated full on-site work for all of his people at the refinery headquarters, because he did not believe his workers would get the work done while working remotely. Throughout the 2,000-mile journey, Rick, Santi, and Umar learned Ish energy by practicing the 6 mindsets with over 70 different people and creatures they met in person. They framed and identified their problems, generated ideas, iterated on their solutions, and tested their impact on the real world. They were close to finding a solution, but were running out of time. Darkness was taking over the realm. Because of that, Jākilsa attempted to stop the darkness and unlock Travis's heart to save his workers from his fixed mindset. The Phoenix gave Travis 6 feathers, allowing him to see with empathy, and turned into fire and vanished. Unfortunately, Travis still needed more. Rick, Santi, and Umar wept when they realized what had happened. Jākilsa gave nearly all its plumes in order to give Travis insight, and now the magical bird was gone for 100 years. All that was left was its blue feather of trust. The Harvarford students worked feverishly to develop a mechanism powered by Ish energy that could restore work-life balance to all the creatures and people of Harmonia before the post-pandemic darkness consumed everyone. But it failed. Exhausted and in despair, Rick and Umar turned and walked away. Santi stood over the mechanism in disbelief, and then laid the blue feather upon the solution. In that moment, a beautiful blue glow started becoming brighter. until finally they knew then what they had overlooked. It was trust. Jākilsa's last remaining plume was the answer, proving that trust, collaboration, and the innovation-ish energy could transform Harmonia and help its inhabitants overcome the effects of the post-pandemic darkness. The mechanism they had created was an AI guide who would advise and help Harmonia's people, especially those coming from humble origins, to foster trust at their workplace and rise together. All the people who helped Rick, Santi, and Umar taught them how to harness Ish energy. The realm was saved from darkness. They emerged from their journey having learned of the power that people have to help others rise, aspire, and inspire those around them. The end.